Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Tarps Off. Today I'm going to review the December 5th NHL games. Can't remember if I was saying November for the past 4 days. Anyways, we're going to start off with the Avalanche and the Ducks. So in the first period, Colorado opens the scoring. Curtis McDermott scoring at 1:40 the first from Nathan McKinnon. Second period, McKinnon scores one of his own from Drouin and Manson at 17:43. Logan O'Connor scored the Avalanche's third goal in the third period at 6:21 from McKinnon and Drouin. So McKinnon gets 3 points. All 3 goals he's a part of. Sam Carrick would then score for the Ducks, unassisted, short-handed at 10:43. Then Leo Carlson scores 8th at 14:11 from Troy Terry and Cam Feller on the power play. That falls just short. Avalanche take that 3-2. Alright, Nashville and Chicago. So in the first period, Chicago opens the scoring as Nick Foligno scoring at 5:57 the first from Seth Jones. Luke Evangelista would answer in the second period at 2:11 from Tyson Berry and Yusuf Parssinen. Mark Jankowski would score for the Predators at 2:37 from Colton Sissons and Dante Fabro. Dickinson, Jason, was an ex-Canuck, would score for Nick Foligno and Alex Vlasic at 3:09 for the Blackhawks. Foligno would score one of his own from Joey Anderson and Seth Jones at 5:21. Then O'Reilly would score at 12:49 from Forsberg and Yossi on the power play to tie it up. Third period, no scoring. Overtime, no scoring. And then Forsberg would score the winner for the Predators in the shootout. So they just had 1-4-3 in extra time. Detroit and Buffalo. So in the first period, Detroit opens up the scoring as Dylan Larkin scoring from Lucas Raymond at 3:40. Robbie Fabry would score at 8:25 from Andrew Kopp and Dave Perron. Moritz Seider would score at 5:43 of the second period from Robbie Fabry and Alex DeBrickett on the power play. Rasmussen would score to put the Red Wings up 4-0 at 13:55 of the second from Petrie and Gostisbehere. Dahlin would answer at 18:57 from Tage Thompson and Dylan Cousins on the power play. Middlestat would score in the third period at 8:20 from Skinner and Paterka. Skinner would score one of his own unassisted on the power play at 11:37 in the third, and then Dylan Larkin would score an empty netter from Michael Rasmussen at 19:14. The Red Wings took that one 5-3. Alright, San Jose and New York Islanders. So we got Julien Gauthier scoring at 9:28 the first from Simon Holmstrom and Bo Horvat, former Canuck. Thomas Hertl would then score at 12:19 the first from Anthony Duclair. Nelson would score at 5:27 of the second period from Dobson and Horvat, former Canuck, on the power play. Third period, Mike Riley would score from Holmstrom short-handed at 5:17 in the third. 8:27, Ryan Pulock scores from Mike Riley and Gabriel Pajot, or just Pajot. I never know which one to actually do. That was on the power play. At 11:55, Kevin Labanc scores from Nikita Kotiak to bring the Sharks back within 2. Hertl would then score at 16:59 from Mikael Granlund and William Eklund, and then he would complete the hat trick. That's Hertl, scoring at 18:30 from Eklund and Barabanov. Eklund would then score in overtime at 4:55 from Michael Granlund to win it for the Sharks 5-4 in overtime. Alright, New York Rangers and Ottawa Senators. Got my Senators jersey on, so you already know who wins. First period, Brady Tkachuk scores at 11 minutes from Artem Zub and Claude Giroux. Giroux then scored from Bernard Docker and Norris at 18:34. Excuse me. Second period, 39 seconds in, Panarin scores from Adam Fox and Mika Zibanejad on the power play. Tarasenko would then score at 5:13 from Drake Batherson and Tim Stützle. Kendra Miller scores at 5:35 the second from Lafreniere and Panarin to, I believe, tie it up. No, to put them within 1. Batherson would then score from Tarasenko at 7:18, and then at 17:43, Tkachuk scores from Zub and Brandstrom. In the third period, Tarasenko gets his second, at 17:10 from Batherson and Brandstrom into the empty net. Ottawa takes that 162. Alright, Kings and Blue Jackets. The Kings now on a 10-game winning streak. And here's how it went down. First period at 9:07, Kirill Marchenko scores for the Blue Jackets from Boqvist and Gaudreau on the power play. Second period at 5:24, Gaudreau would score unassisted. And then at 13:03, Matthew Olivier would score from David Jurisic. Hopefully that's right. And Adam Fantilli. Third period, Dano scores for the Kings at 23 seconds from Mawa and Trevor Moore. Philip Zano would then score his second from Gavrikov and Fiala at 5:09. And then Kaliev would score from Anderson Dolan and Gavrikov at 6:38 of the third. And in overtime, 33 seconds in, Doughty scores from Kopitar and Kempe to give the Kings their 10th road win and win that one 4-3 over the Blue Jackets. Alright, this was entertaining. It didn't end the way I wanted it to, though. Really wish we'd got a point. New Jersey and Vancouver, so the Hughes Bowl. First time Quinn, Jack, and Luke have all shared the same sheet of NHL ice. Anyways, in the first period, 3:40, Jesper Bratt scores from Jonas Siegenthaler to give the Devils a 1-0 lead. JT Miller would tie it shortly thereafter at 8:24, the first from Besser and Pettersson on the power play. Haller would then score at 9:51 from Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes would score at 17:06 from Kevin Ball. And Michael McLeod would score from Nathan Bastian and Curtis Lazar to cap off a 4-goal first period for the Devils at 18:42. Dakota Joshua would then score at 19:40 from Connor Garland and Teddy Blue to put the Canucks within 2. Second period, Luke Hughes would score his first goal against Vancouver from Jack on the power play at 19:26. It was the only one in the second. In the third period, the Canucks start to mount the comeback at 7:02. Brock Besser scoring from JT Miller. Sam Lafferty would put them within 1 at 13:58 from Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson. And then Niels Höglander would tie it up at 16:34 from JT Miller and Quinn Hughes. And then unfortunately Jesper Bratt would score from Nico Hischier and Kevin Ball at 19:26. Just defensive breakdown, leaving guys in front of the net wide open. Vancouver needs to crack down on that. So I'm less enthused than I would be. I really wish we got at least a point in that, if not the win. So, yeah, defensive structure needs to tighten up just a bit there and take guys in front of the net. So, anyways, we're going to move on from that to Minnesota and Calgary. So, in the first period, Marcus Foligno scores at 1:26 from Matt Boldy from Minnesota. Second period, 45 seconds in, Kirill Kaprizov scores from Marco Rossi and Matt Zuccarello. Boldy would score for the Wild at 1:30 unassisted. Backlund would score at 6:51 from Mackenzie Weegar and Rasmus Anderson to put them within 2. Boldy would score a second from Kaprizov and Spurgeon on the power play at 13:58 to put the Wild back up by 3. Connor Giroux would then score in the third period at 1:37 from Solovyev. I don't know. It's a different one. And Nazem Kadri to put them back within 2, but then Joel Eriksson would restore the 3-goal lead and score at 6:49 from Marcus Johansson. The Wild take that one 5-2. That is it for today. Hit like if you liked it, subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.